Yo, 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 welcome to another edition of Chillin' Zone and Company.
Where curiosity meets chaos, and the chaos usually shows up first.
I'm Zone.
And I'm Eno.
And today we're going to be talking about anything that comes to the table, probably making 3 left turns before we get to the point.
But that's the vibe. Chill conversations, real questions, real thoughts, and no promise that we're staying on topic. So, get comfortable.
Tap in.
And let's chill.
Today is a special day for most people. It's that good old day, Mother's Day. And if you have a mother out there, hope y'all all tell them, Happy Mother's Day. For those who don't know, this past March I lost my mom, and it was a little rough for me. It's still rough. If I'm being honest, it's still rough that I lost my mom. But this year, this Mother's Day is kind of special for me, in a different way, and a little hard for me. My mom didn't practice Mother's Day for religious purposes. A couple years ago, I had wished them, that side of the family, a happy Mother's Day. They informed me that they no longer practice Mother's Day because of the religion that they practice. So the year followed that, I didn't wish anybody happy Mother's Day, because I was trying to respect the religion preferences, and I wanted to be super respectful to that. So I didn't wish a happy Mother's Day to them, or to my mom. And then after that, Kai, I'm gonna drink some liquid for you. After that, my mom hit me up and was like, how come you didn't wish me a happy Mother's Day? And I was like, I didn't wish you a happy Mother's Day this year because I was trying to be respectful of your religion preferences, because you all informed me last year that you guys did not celebrate Mother's Day when I wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. And she stopped me cold and she was like, for you can wish me a happy Mother's Day. I'll accept it from you. So I made it a point to tell her happy Mother's Day this year, because I didn't do it last year. Unfortunately, she passed away March 11th, before Mother's Day, and today is Mother's Day, and she's not here for me to tell her happy Mother's Day. So in my podcast, I want to wish my mom a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
That's probably, I'm gonna do it every year, but it's not gonna be the same. On that note, today's topic, well, actually, scratch that. Before we even go any further, today is another special day. For those who don't know, in probably like 3 or 4 hours, there will be a surprise book that will be dropping today on Kindle, called Borrow Face. And it's a horror story I wrote, based on 2 twins that got separated at birth. One twin grows up in a pristine white, picket fence type of life, having, a good time. The other twin grows up in poverty, dangerous, isolated, and he come across his good twin. I'm not going to mention too many names because I don't want to ruin a lot of the book, but he come across his twin, and his twin, the good twin, is having this great life, and the other twin is like, feeling some type of way about it. But he realizes that he can control his other twin. So it's going to be a good story. It's a horror thriller, psychological. It's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. It's going to keep you guessing, and hopefully keep your attention. It may be too gory and too graphic for some. It may be. And that's the point. That's the intent that I had behind it. For those who don't know, I do write books. I'm severely dyslexic and ADHD, so I get all over the place. So most of my books that I write, like this particular book, I wrote this book to be, what's up 25 hours? I wrote this book to be a solo book, but with the potential to be a sequel. Will I ever write that sequel to this book? Possibly never, because unfortunately, how my mind works with my dyslexia, I have a hard time remembering people's names. Truth be told, I'll remember your face or body function on you, something that is unique to you versus your name. That's kind of the same thing with stories. I've read so many stories, listened to so many stories. The moment I start a new story or listen to a new story, the information is like a Teflon hand. It just kind of slides right off and it's gone. And it's kind of the same thing with my books. I've written, excuse me, I've written a few books, and the majority of my books, once I start the sequel or another series of genre of the book, I can't remember the last book I read or the last book I wrote and what I wrote about, unfortunately. And it's sad. There's nothing I can really do about that, but it's like go back and like try to read and try to like jumpstart my memory of that book. So that is what I'm doing. This book, my goal for most of my books that I'm currently writing, of course, my books are gonna be in a pen name. The only book that's in my full actual name is my memoir / journal that I did. All the other of them are gonna be in a pen name, and my pen name, I'm gonna say this one time only. It's Shadow Zone. So if you come across Shadow Zone as an author, most likely that's my book. And if you know me directly, you have a way to get a hold of me, you can always reach out to me and confirm if it's actually my book, and I'll let you know if I wrote it or not. Because I want to say there are some other Shadow Zones out there, but I am a Shadow Zone. I like to lurk in the shadows, you know. So there's that book. I'll talk about this other book. I actually have like 4 books done. So when I was up north handling my mom's affairs, I sat down, I revamped some of my books, rewrote them. I had my boy Eno here read a couple of versions of my books, and sorry to tell you, bro, I've changed it like 3 more times since then. So the version I gave you is no longer
outdated. That's outdated
as hell. The only one that's current is the last chapter, the first chapter of the book that's dropping May 12th, called A Crown of Shattered Stars, which is a first book in a series of that I'm doing. And that drops May 12th on Kindle, and it drops June 19th on paperback. Hardback, I'm still working on the measurements and trying to make sure it looks right for print. So I have an attentive day for June 26th, but if I can't get the hardcover to look right when they show me my preview of the book, I'm probably gonna have to scrap it until I can find a way to make my hardcover look the way I need it to look and fit appropriately around the book. But my other book, I have 2 other books. One book, the other book's another horror book, and oh, your camera messed up. And this book and this other book that I'm doing, I love Halloween. Mind you, I was scared of Michael Myers growing up for a while, but I love that franchise, and I love the Scream franchise. So I had a thought in my mind, what can I do? And my idea was to make a book, right? So all my books are geared to be adapted, hopefully anime or a movie or TV show. That's always my goal when I write, because of how my mind works. If I can't envision it, it's not worth my time of trying to write. And most of my books, I try to make it so that way anybody who reads it could hopefully envision what I'm writing. I know, you sampled some of the books before, right? Were you able to envision any of that stuff good, bro? You be honest.
God damn, my camera's going ballistic. What the hell just happened? That's crazy. Yeah.
They say you got some sunlight. You doing too much.
Damn. Okay. My camera going ballistic. I don't know what just happened. That's bad. We have to figure that out. Shit.
Maybe it's a cord?
I think so. That was wild. Nope. Man.
Nope.
Damn.
No.
I don't know.
Unplug it and put it back in.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, why you do that? For those who don't know, we're doing a podcast Sunday. We did a Mother's Day special. I gave a Mother's Day to my mother who recently passed away this March. And currently we're doing the book club segment where I'm talking about the books that I've written and books that are coming out. And the 4 books that I'm pushing out right now were the last 4 books that I had my mom reading and sampling that she enjoyed looking at. So I'm pushing those heavier than anything, trying to get those published now since they were pretty much been written. And I'm sure Eno's gonna pop back on camera when he get his camera up. 25 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened.
You always come in. Low stress, highly blessed. Let me get you set up, bro. I hope you make a t-shirt like that too one day. 25 hours for those who are new to the podcast, tuning in on, Twitch or Kick, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you're watching it live. My man's here. He plays some MLB show if you like baseball, and he's pretty good at it. I always tune in. Mind you, he's probably the only person when it comes to baseball that I'm actually watching. I don't like watching baseball, but he plays it good, and he also has hella commentary while he's playing too. So it's always a good time to hang out with 25 hours. A great person to be around if you are on Twitch and you're trying to look for a new streamer to tap in and watch and maybe possibly watch some baseball games. My man's 25 hours is the man to go to. And if you're listening on any of the local podcast networks, whether it be iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and you're listening to me, just know you can pull up on 25 hours via Twitch. It's 25 hours. The number 5, not literally the number 5. Don't spell 5. The number 5 and then hours. And he's on Twitch. Like I said, he normally rocks some MLB show, and he's a hell of a person to kind of chill with. So definitely tap in with him and show him some love and let him know that Zone sent you to hang out and show some support and love. I'm sure he would definitely appreciate that, because who doesn't love people coming and hanging out when they're doing their thing?
Word to your mama.
I think.
Yo, real shit.
Raise your hand.
Hold up.
Yeah, raise your hand, Miss Wilson.
Oh yeah.
That's how this one is. There's a little thing at the bottom. There we go.
There you go. He raised it. Boom.
Oh, you already got him.
Oh no, you got it before me.
Oh god. Hold on.
But
no, that's what we did. And tell them about your experience with the story, by the way.
So for me, I already, like, when it comes down to audio books or books in general, I already have an overactive imagination. So if it's a compelling story, I'm going to envision everything that's hell. You can tell me what's happening, and I'm recreating everything that takes place or that you're telling me in real time. So I might even be sitting there just drifting off while talking, reading, whatever the case is, listening, and you'll think I'm not paying attention, but I'm recreating the whole image. So for me, that's something that commonly happens. So I can tap into that without it being an issue. But if you are a person with, I'll say, an overactive imagination, quote unquote, or you can envision something that's being told to you right then and there on the spot, yeah, you'll definitely be able to, without a hitch. Like, you'll be good. You'll enjoy the story. At least what I read. I don't know what the fuck he changed. So
that being said, the other horror story I've done is a mixed mashup of Halloween, Scream, and Terrifier. And the premise of this horror story that I wrote, it's instead of Halloween, my killer comes back every April Fool's Day. What a hell of a fucking killer, right? Who would ever think that it'd be a mass killer on April Fool's Day, right?
On Jesus' birthday, nigga.
Yeah, right. So, and he does this in a jester's mask. That's the whole point. April Fools. So I have my killer doing all this in the jester's mask, and I wrote this book to potentially have a sequel as well again. So for anybody who knows, again,
Is that the one you sent me the what's the name of the Jester?
yeah,
Nigga, yo, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not even into horror shit, yo, but I'm definitely gonna read that shit because they fucked me up. But I'm looking forward to it.
All my horror stories that I'm writing are going to be set to be sequels. Again, will I write those sequels? Most definitely, probably not. Will I sell the rights to someone to write the sequels? Hell yeah, if the price is right. Especially if it gets picked up for like a TV show. Like the book I'm doing now, it's going to be called The Last Laugh, an April Fool's Massacre. Now, Rose was like, oh man, you probably shouldn't do that. It's too late. The book's already finished being written. It's already in the publishing process because I self-publish. I'm just perfecting my covers on my books. All 4 books. Oh, and then I have another book that is not a horror story. It's another fantasy story. But I wanted this one to kind of be an anime, and I watch a lot of anime. For those who don't know, my Discord, I put anime stuff sometimes. But I watch a lot of anime. Probably watch more anime than anything these days. But this other book I wrote is called. It's another series, and this is going to be called. This is called 4 Summons. 4 Summons, No Refund. And the premise of this is that the guy dies. He gets reincarnated into another world. Before he gets reincarnated into the world, just like any of those Isekai animes where they go and speak to that higher being and whatnot, this higher being is like, yo, huh?
Isekai,
whatever. I'm dyslexic. You'll get it.
I know, nigga. I know you.
they in the story, you know, the being's like, oh yeah, we summoned you by mistake, pretty much. You know, I was like, but consolation prize, you're gonna be the strongest person in this fucking world, you know. And the twist to this, that this hero is not your average hero. This hero is actually considered a familiar, and he is the hero of the story, but he's going to be, in this first book I wrote, he's summoned by 4 people. And it's not until like the last person, and I think I have 3 people that kind of understands where he is, I think, if I recall.
I think it's a fucking Dracula. Fucking Audi card head ass nigga.
But the premise of this is that all these people are going to summon him. They're going to think that they're the actual hero, and they're going to meet a horrible death because they're going to be chew off too much than they can, you know, bite off too much than they can chew. And it's going to send him to a tunnel of despair. And the purpose of this story is the last person who summons him is going to realize that, hey, I'm not the actual hero. You are. I'm here to help you out. And that's when the story is going to start to get interesting. And like I said, I wrote this one in hopes that this one could potentially be adapted as an anime. This is going to be a 3-book series. My first series that's dropping on the 12th of May, the one I told you guys about, A Crown of Shattered Stars. That is another series as well. And that one may be 8 to 12 books, depending how I'm feeling and how long I keep interest in writing it. I might get to like 7th book and be like, that 8th book is gonna be ass. I'm like finishing there.
That's probably what it be when some of these people get to that. They get to that book that, you know, they get a whole list of people to follow their shit and whatnot, and then people be pissed off at the final book. Like, the ending was so fucking terrible, and like, yo, I'm sorry, I lost interest.
So that is true. They do. And a lot of it's because the authors, they take time off of writing their books, you know, to kind of respite and whatnot, because it's kind of like a whole strategy. You write one book, and then how you're supposed to do it, if it's a sequel or a series, you write one book, and then your next book comes out like 3 months after that. And your next book, in theory, should come out probably like another 4 months after that, and then it gets a little bit longer. Then you have a large gap in between to like kind of like reminisce and people to start picking up traction, like, oh man, where's that next book coming out? And then you start again releasing more books. But what they do is they wait
Is
to
that based
write their
upon the
book.
size? Is
Huh?
that based upon like how many, like the size of the book
How many
as well?
chapters? You know, how long the
No,
book
Not
is?
it's based on how many
necessarily
the
just
series of the
chapters, but
book,
like
how many books are going to be in that series. That's what it's
right.
based
Okay,
on.
I get that because I mean, all right. For instance, like J.K. Rowling with her Harry Potter series and shit. How much time lapsed between each and every individual book, as well as how much content is packed in between every page?
I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure she took a larger time frame off because of the mass, like not even just
yeah.
how many people was looking for that, but just to create that. Oh my God, I gotta have that next book. Where the fuck is it? And then you give them like a year or so before you drop that
Yep.
shit.
And in
Yeah.
between it, you can make additional content. You can wrap it up. So what I'm doing, because how my mind works, and I like to be efficient in the things I've done. My first series, I'm not gonna lie
Nigga
to you
said I wrote
guys.
that shit. That shit done.
It's
Nigga
pretty
said
much
it's
done.
already
I ain't gonna
completed.
hold you. It's pretty much done. Just because I like to, if I don't do it now, because of my ADHD and my dyslexia, it will never get done. So when I wrote the first book that's dropping on the 12th, before this book drops on the 12th, best believe the next 3 books in that series are already done. I've already have them done. Just because I get how most authors do. They write, they take their breaks. How my mind works, if I take a break, I will forget my momentum in the story. So I'm writing till I feel like the story is into a spot where I can end it nicely. And then I'm just gonna release books in the timely manner of a projected plan of how you should do it to for the most potential of a sell.
Let me ask you this with regards to how the story goes and whatnot. Do you feel that there might be points where you want to make your character have like an obscene power jump or something like that might be beneficial to like character development or getting their ass whipped, something ridiculous to give them a reason to create that okay, I have to get to this next level so that way I can go get my revenge on this motherfucker.
In the first book, in my very first book I did for it, there is a dynamic. So the main character name is Jaden in the story.
Wonder where that came from.
That's funny as hell.
His name is Jaden.
My bad. Continue.
And he's already overpowered, but he's in the first book, he's going to be trying to hide how strong he is. I have it written, and when you guys read it, it's gonna be like, oh shit, some people know, because I have it written so that eventually people realize how strong he is. But he's not gonna have any. There's gonna be a moment in the story, in the first book, first installment. There will be a moment where the main character just rages out. He will have a trigger point. I'm not gonna tell you guys when, but he will have a trigger point where he's just gonna wreak havoc for a little bit. It's not gonna be a long thing of havoc, but he is gonna wreak some fucking havoc. And after that, then the story is gonna change and it's gonna progress more, because how I have this set up. So my main character gets reincarnated, and he's gonna show up as a familiar. And it's going to be like pretty much like chains. So, you know, when you're familiar, you're bonded by a contract of chains. He's going to be using his power and his cleverness to break the theoretical chains that are binding him to that stuff. And then eventually he's going to be able to take an actual human form. I mean, he's also going to have a love interest in this story, because, you know, you can't have an anime type thing without having some type of love interest. No harems, though, but a love interest. And you know, you got your reincarnation, This one's gonna be fun. I had fun writing this one. I'm not gonna lie, I had fun writing it. Because I thought about it for a very long time. I was watching so much anime, and I was like, yo, how come no one's done a story like this shit? So I was like, I'm gonna do it. I did it.
I get you. That shit.
But yeah, so that pretty much concludes the book club. As if you guys want to, for those who are listening and those who are watching, if you guys want to be able to read snippets of my books that I do post in my Discord, a chapter here, a chapter there, if you want to, click the link down below on Twitch, and you can join my Discord, verify yourself, and then go down to the book zone I have. You can preview potential book covers that I'm doing for books, and then you could potentially read some chapters that I put up for books, and that way you can have a little preview of what's to come. And that's something I think I'm going to keep doing until I decide to stop writing books. When will I completely stop writing books? I don't know. If my books take off as well as I hope they will, I might not stop. I might just dive in that completely. There's days where I'll be hanging out with the guys and you want to play some games? Nah, I'm not. I'm doing something. I'm literally writing a story. I'm delaying because I'm writing a story. And I'm trying not to lose my focus. So that's a lot what I'm doing these days, is writing, chilling, hanging out with family. And today is just, Mother's Day special podcast for a lot of you guys out there. I said my piece already for Mother's Day. So let's roll into today's topic. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about adulting nobody warned you about. And everybody knows what that is. Like, there's your kid growing up, no one warns you that you're gonna have all these bills, the credit cards, tells you stuff. They just you just kind of grow up expecting to know how to do it already, but no one tells you about bills, credit cards, friendships changing, career doubts. Everybody has that. Everybody has a career doubt. Everybody has excessive bills that they don't want. Most people live check to check. They make enough to get them by to their next check. Unfortunately, that's kind of how society is these days, because inflation.
Or at least how it is in America.
Well, yeah, that's how it is in America. True, but it's not like everywhere else. Only in the good old US of A.
I mean, shit, we got other countries that sitting over there, motherfuckers having full-on beer breaks, middle of the day, naps at their desk in the job, and getting paid for it, son. We don't get that. We don't get no kind of love like that. We get fast food. We get shitty fast food, yeah.
This is sweet tea. I'm not drinking beer. I don't really drink alcohol these days, but this is sweet tea.
I can't drink
sweet tea and water. What about that being said, Mr. Wilson.
What's up? I came in the butt end of the middle of the conversation that y'all was having, so I was just waiting to catch up. I wasn't.
Oh no, so I'll fill everybody in. So Mr. Wilson came in late, and I think some people popped in the stream that are viewing. So listeners, bear with me a moment as I regurgitate what I said earlier. We did a Mother's Day special where I wished my mother, who recently passed away, happy Mother's Day, and I gave a back bit of that. Then we did my book club where I talked about the books that I'm writing, which 2 horror stories. One called Borrow Face, based on 2 twins. One called The Last Laugh and April's Massacre, with a jester as a killer, kind of embodying Michael Myers, Scream, and Terrifier. That's going to be good. Both of those horror stories are meant to make you not want to read the story. They're meant to make your stomach curl. They're meant to be like, this motherfucker is twisted in the head. That's what they're meant to do. But they're also meant to want you to keep reading more because they're just good. Then I had my fantasy stories I did as well. all 4 books that I had already written, that says I've been back from handling my mom's affairs up north. I went back and I revised all of them and I made them publish ready, and they're all ready to be published. 2 of them are currently being published. One's dropping May 12th. One is dropping today in 3 hours. One horror story dropping today in 3 hours.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
I'm just trying to stay busy. And then today, the topic, adulting. Nobody wants about.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Wilson is now all officially caught up.
Word.
The adulting subject. Yeah, buddy.
Shit gets you. Yo, listen, man. If I'd have known, I would not have subscribed. You know what I'm saying? I accepted my free trial and backed out graciously. But that's not how it worked.
The free trial and backed out great.
Listen,
I'd have backed out of that free trial with humble. Hey, no, you win. All that shit. You want the bills? You keep that shit. I don't want it. I don't want no parts of that.
Makes you definitely appreciative. Times
Oh,
is
yeah.
definitely as simple, and especially it's crazy being in the era that we're crossing from. We're well, your zone, you be late 80s, right? Sorry, if I'm
late 80s.
my fault, gang. I'm trying to sound nobody.
I'm no shade in my game. Yo, I look good for 37. I just turned 37. I look good as fuck for 37.
But it's crazy is I'm noticing, and this is not even shade to the ones before us and the ones following. It's literally this generation. I've seen a lot of people that don't look as if they were in the 90s. Yeah, like they still look very much well, for the most part, well put together, and they don't look like that. Their age. But we are the ones coming from. I think we're the rare generation that we've transitioned through 3 different transitions in the entire world of time periods. So coming from the 90s and late 80s, we literally went from house phones, dial up, before internet was even a thing. Not internet was even a thing, but before you was even
able to get Wi-Fi.
We had an imagination. Yeah, we had an imagination. We had to be outside. We had to actually go and enjoy ourselves outside. That was a thing. We had time limits. We were able to play on the game. We had, what I'm saying, just very specific things.
Yeah, I had to earn the right to play the game. Nigga, I had to read a book, do a book report on that chapter that I just read, then do math problems. Then I was able to play the game, and that was after they checked all of it. Homework was done and all of that shit too. I enjoyed every time because I earned that shit, to be on the game.
Yeah,
and I still had to get off after a certain time frame.
After a certain time, yeah.
And once I have kids, I know that's what I'm doing to my kid.
We only had phones for literally emergency purposes. Only thing we did on our phone, we never were in our phones like that.
Because we had phones that had actual minutes. That's the difference. We had minutes, and then we had fucking time frames where after this time, now my minutes are free. It don't cost for me to talk on the phone. So you waited all day. Nobody was worried. That's another thing with relationships.
I wonder who came up with that. That's a funny thing.
Yo, that's another thing with relationships though. Honestly, if it didn't switch, bro, we would have been in an entirely different situation. We would have been moving entirely different. Without social media and keeping the minutes package, nigga, first and foremost, if you was in a relationship, your girl was gonna wait until a certain time frame to call you and tell you about what happened today, unless it was a dire emergency, oh, this nigga's following me. Then she kept that shit short, because guess what? Minutes ain't cheap, nigga. So she made sure, all right, I'm not gonna waste them bitches. Let me hit you up, and I'm gonna tell you about my day after. And y'all actually enjoyed that, not, all right, well, I'm gonna tell you about my day while it's happening, and now we ain't got shit to talk about later on.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Definitely true.
Relationships were different, son. It was definitely different.
I think friendships change too as you get older too. I was always told, when you're younger, if you meet a friend in kindergarten or elementary school, and you're still friends with them when you get to high school, there's a chance that you'll be friends with them
That's
forever.
extraordinary.
You know, and that's very extraordinary. But I think more so like friends that you meet either in high school, like your senior year, or college, or the first thing you do when you get out of school, like transition wise, whatever, college, workforce, whatever it is, that first group of people you meet are probably the ones I would say are more suitable, that are gonna be the ones that you will know for a very long time, unless something shady happens, and the friendship explodes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not the best person for like the whole friendship thing, because my circle is extremely fucking small for the most part. But I would have to say, like, yeah, that me personally growing up, I know a lot of people that I went to school with growing up, but am I like super cool tight friends with them? No, I'm not. It's like a passive thing. Like, we know of each other. I remember growing up and like going out with my grandma to like the store, going with her shopping like the weekends in the summer, and people run up to me like, "Yo, Zone, how have you been, man? You remember me? I can't wait to see you at school." And I'm like, "Yeah, hey, what's up? How you doing?" Faking my shit, you know, fake it till you make it. Laughing, and my grandma's like, "You know them?" I'm like, "Absolutely not," because I didn't know half the fucking people, but they knew who I was. And I was like, she was like, "You must be very popular." I was like, "Well, I play sports, but I wasn't like your typical jock. Like, I didn't go to like house parties and stuff. I didn't do all that shit. Like, I played my sports and I went home and I hopped in the game and did my thing." Like, I didn't care to like do parties and shit like that, really. So
I was the middle ground dude. I played a little bit, but I didn't play on anybody's team because fucking campus was not a real fucking thing. My school was trash when it came down to sports. So I wasn't worried about getting on the team, but we came down to the campus teams. I played that shit. I practiced with the wrestling team just so that way I could make sure strength-wise I was decent. And then after working out in the weight room and shit, I go downstairs and everybody's fucking lunchroom. It didn't matter what time, whose lunch it was. I was walking through that motherfucker shirt off, and every bitch that knew me in there was, well, especially one. One in particular called me stripper, and that was.
he froze when he was getting ready to say it, though.
Yeah, the world, stop it.
The world said, "Wait, he used to talk about the gym working out. Where the pixels go?"
Oh, that was high school, nigga. Listen, for a reference point, last time I really worked out was 2010, 2011 type shit. That when I graduated high school. I ain't really been working out like on I want to get my body right since then. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I have not given a fuck about it because
high school was about 15 years ago. 15, 18 years ago. That's crazy.
2011,
years ago, son. 2011?
15 years ago, son. 2011, 15 years ago.
You said 2010 a little bit ago. Now it's 2011. I feel
no, I graduated 2011. Technically, I graduated 2010. Technically, because I did have enough credits to graduate.
You said 2010, though.
Like 2010, 2011. Yes.
That's 16 years.
I graduated in 2011.
My boy ain't been in the gym in 16 years, he said.
Yeah.
We gotta get him in the gym. And look,
I gotta get active.
And he is active, clearly, because he's skinny. And this motherfucker eats like a horse. Like,
it's crazy. I got Usain Bolt metabolism. Shit don't stop.
But
it's just
hold on. So let's talk about, because we talked, the subject definitely was adulting, right? Nobody explains too that, like, the changes after school. Most people don't know that in life, after a certain period of time, as you're going through life, there's parts of yourself that do change, whether you think it's gonna happen or not. And what the heck was that? And yeah, that happening, like the mental changing.
Hello, my niggas.
What you?
How are you doing today? It is good to see you, my niggas. You guys have a great night.
And of course, we have Eno's brother,
Yeah,
being
that's
his
like that later.
usual weird self.
Yeah, that's my trigger right there. Yeah, it walked in the room.
Nigga said, "Oh
Hello,
god."
hello, my nigga.
Nah, but nah, just going through life, and then what you just experienced on what you talked about that happened to me. I went to the DMV the other day, bro, and I ran into some it was a girl that I went to high school with, and at first she didn't recognize me. Now clearly, you know, when people get older and they got an actual full beard versus when they were a kid, they're gonna tend to look a little bit different than they did in the beginning. But I recognized her like off rip as soon as I saw her. And
Does she look the same from like school?
No, so she did and she didn't. Like I could tell, you know how you could tell like.
Was it a good way or a bad way? Out of curiosity.
No, it's a good way.
She blew up.
Good way.
So she had a glow up.
She blew up.
She had a glow up.
But
No, because you know some people in high school, you know, they're like the shit, and then you know you're like that 20-year reunion. You're like, oh,
yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Some people it's continuous. Other people is like, damn, life got to you. So it's like, you know,
yeah.
Nah, but when I saw her and she realized, you know, who I was, and she was like, yo, it's funny because in high school she was the person that absolutely irritated the hell out of me. That's the funny part. That's what made it funny.
And now it's about to be his girl.
I didn't even go there. Why did you? I didn't even say that. Why is that the first place that you jumped?
Question: Did you exchange numbers? Like, yo, let's link up sometime.
No, I exchanged information. But here's the thing: we were cool in school. It's just she was annoying because she was one of those that was just you know my personality. I'm for the most part I'm chill. I'm laid back. I don't like people that's just extra loud for no reason. So that's just my personality thing. So that was her. Like she was every chance. It was just like overly aggressive, overly loud, and I was just like. I would hate to see her coming. I'm that like when I walk in, my jaw would clench.
So you hate to see her coming, but as this new year,
it gotta be something.
You hate to see her coming, but did you enjoy to see her walk away?
No. I'm not gonna let y'all change this into some.
I just want to know.
No, I just want to find out if it's gonna be Todd 0, Thaddeus 1. Is he speaking something into existence right now? Is there gonna be something here?
First of all, the mode I'm on, I'm chilling right now. But I'm not even.
That's when they pop up. That's when they pop up though. That's when they pop up. You ain't looking. They just come around.
The story I just shared with Zone knows behind the scenes of the story that I shared with him recently. He knows it's gonna be a minute. So it's gonna be a little while before I even.
You talking? Wait,
okay.
So
that's why I'm like I'm chilling. Okay. Right now I'm chilling. I'm minding my business, but for the most part, it's what I was saying is, because I'm laughing at Zone. What I was saying is that no, she looked better, but the personality thing is what. Even in that little exchange, I could tell she's a little more calmer than what she was before because. But then again, you can't judge that yet because people, like I said, life happens and people change based upon the way they either need to survive or whatever, you know, lessons they learn just throughout life. And that's the part that we get to a point in our life, we look back and we're like, damn, life was so much simpler when I was younger. But you realized how naive or just unaware you were and things that you were not told that you just have to experience. There's some things we can't be told. It's like, you got to go through it to understand it a little bit. Like we get to the point we at now, we realize at our age that our parents were still figuring it out. We thought they knew everything. Lord have mercy, were they figuring it out? Like they were literally trying to figure it out while they were in the middle of it. And so it's crazy that we're the generation that, believe it or not, can't even say it's not a rarity. It is, but it's not, that we don't have a bunch of kids just running around. Minus Zone. We don't have.
I mean, technically, if we count me being in the late '80s generation, and you guys are in the early '90s, it's two different generations. Still, it was
even though they're that close, it kind of is though. That's the funny thing.
It is.
But I say that Zone is I'll give you your props because you're still a father that takes care of everything that you got to take care of. So,
I try, man.
You're from that different. You're from that different era. I respect it 100%.
I definitely
I'm
try.
saying, like, I don't know. It's like coming back, like just growing up and visibly being able to see everything that transpired. We go, like I said, we went from house phones to cell phones to Apple phones to when there were sidekicks, when there was, like everything that we watched transition. We're literally in like the sweetest spot of understanding and being able to adapt to everything, because
What we need now is those flying
generation-
cars.
Yeah, they're actually making those though. That's already a thing.
I know.
Yeah, I seen it. I forgot where they started selling them at, but I'm like, yeah, some people barely get around with a regular license. I don't think a lot of people gonna be able to fly.
The flying cars thing though will probably be a big hassle because airlines and
I bet you that insurance going to jump up though.
Oh hell yeah, it's going to jump up. And if the only thing I can say about if they ever do release flying cars in our time while we're still alive, I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of weird shit that's gonna happen. If y'all thought like planes crashed and all this stuff was bad before, imagine tons of motherfuckers flying in the air. Oh, I hit that building. Wait, what? You hit that building? What kind of assurance you got about? You got nothing.
They're going to start developing fields around buildings, like force fields, something. Just for the idiots that could barely drive on the road regular, on ground, on earth. So, but just saying all that, bro, it's like adulting. When you realize how serious in reality, we all kids with responsibilities.
Yeah.
Let me keep it a buck. We just got responsibilities. That's the only different thing is having to kind of come to grips with reality and what is and what's not.
Facts. I remember back in the day, my grandma used to be like, because they'd be like, "Oh, that's not fair. I want to do this." It's like life's not fair. Life's not fair. It's like people in hell want ice water. Do they get it? Absolutely fucking not. It's they don't get that ice water, and life's not gonna always be fair. And to that, our country, or at least America, that I am aware of, we're the only place in order to build your credit, you need to be in debt. My mother-in-law from Europe, she doesn't have to be in debt to get her credit score good. Like she gets loans and all other stuff quite a bit because the systems are different there, and they also make money to pay them. Things are they just move differently. I've always prided myself on, I love to have fun. I love to have fun within reason. I love to go out and do stuff within reason. But I'm one of those people that is bill oriented first. If my bills are not taken care of, and think like priorities, that's my priority. Bills. If I don't have everything taken care of, I can't sleep right. I can't function right. And I think that's also like a dynamic thing that's different too, that I've noticed in between like married couples. Like for instance, me and my wife, I'm more bill oriented. Like I want to have fun just like the next person do with their family. But for me, I have to make sure that everything's squared away first. Once I know that all the bills are taken care of and there's nothing that lurking in the shadows that I need to pick up or any of that bullshit, there's nothing there. Let's have fun. Let's wild out. Versus like, my wife, she's like, let's have fun. That's it. And I'm like, well, what about this? Like the important bill. Oh, we'll figure it out later. Nah. See, I can't do that.
I'm sorry. What are we talking about right now? Because I legit just went off on somebody not knowing about real history and trying to claim. I was going off over here all through text. I'm so sorry, y'all. Somebody was over here talking about
the look that Zoe gave. He was like,
yeah, my bad, my bad, my nigga. My bad, my nigga. I'm so sorry, son. It was just a lot just now that was going on. You know what I'm saying? White man talking about, oh yeah, blacks weren't actually in charge at 8,000. Yes, motherfucker, we were. And even I'm sorry. It was just one. I just had to go to I had to let a nigga know real quick. Like, yo, stop playing. Take several steps back and literally fuck your own face. Like that.
Take several steps back and fuck your own face. Hey,
yeah, I had to end it off like that.
That's short. Nah. Go fuck your own face.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my voice. Yeah.
But the question,
I
wanted to ask
Mm-hmm.
you, Zone, and what Zone in the midst of what you were saying too is, what can you say? Because you're in the interesting dynamic that I haven't even gotten there yet. I know I would like kids at some point, and that clock is ticking now, and a different because you got to do it. It's
you want
it's
the clock
it's-
You
starts to
can have
tick at a
kids at
certain point.
any point, my nigga.
No. I mean, you can, but as a
I mean,
man,
I don't want to
not
be too
wise.
old for my kids.
Yeah,
Though. I don't want to be
wise.
too old for my kids.
no,
I get
that's
that
the
part.
point. Like as a man having kids, like most men, like when they think about having kids, they think like we think about like to be able to do those cool things like going to be able to sport events, be able to play with them, run outside. You know, just
We think
things-
financially too, though. It's like,
well, yeah, that
Yeah.
too. But like you think about the stuff that you would want to be able to when you bring a kid into the world, like the things you want to do, the things you didn't get, or the things you had done to you when you were little. You want to either do it the same way or change some stuff up depending on the situation.
At this point, I would be the same age my mother is. Like, if I had my kids when like 20, like when my mom, no, my bad, my father is, because
I
my
don't even
mom's
think you're
only
ready
got
at
me
that
about with
age,
20.
to be honest.
I mean,
Shit.
everybody
At what
matures
age?
differently. You know, in retrospect, everybody matures differently. It all depends on their growth and what they've gone through.
My
You know,
pops,
to that
my-
point.
Yeah.
And some
My
people,
father and mom's is different. They got a
some
10-year
people
gap.
don't truly become ready until they have a kid. And as crazy as that sounds, like it's like how can you be ready? Now that you have a kid,
Son,
it's a
that's
trigger
why.
for most
That's
people.
why,
It's like a
because you-
trigger thing. It's once
something
like,
on the
don't-
line, nigga.
yeah, like
Besides
like
yourself.
for me, like when my first daughter was when my baby mom was pregnant with my first kid, right? And I was like, oh, it's all cool. Like, I'm still young myself. I'm like, this is exciting. I mean, deep down, I know I didn't want a kid because I was like, I didn't want kids. I love kids, but like I didn't want a kid. It's just I didn't think it was gonna be my type of thing. But watching my daughter be born, it was like a primal instinct. Like that's my kid. Like I gotta protect her. I gotta do this. Like it triggered something. Which you know, and I think with most men who have kids that actually care about their family and whatnot, because not everybody cares, but the ones who do, when they see their little ones for the first time, or you know, get to hold them, if they're on the fence, the moment they get to hold that precious little one, it's a whole different story, whole different ball game. Mindset starts to change for most part. Because
kill a
it's
world for this
a
little one.
precious moment. Like I always joke, like, "Oh, fuck those kids, this not trolls." I joke to my heart contents, but deep down, like I love my kids. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would not change it for the world. Now, if someone asks me, "Oh, I want to," you don't have kids right now. Like, get your shit together first. But some people, unfortunately, in order to get their shit together, it causes them to have
Gotta
kids.
have
Like
kids.
I know some people who had their shit was all fucked up. The moment that a kid came into this life, straight and narrow, fucking no problem. Like damn, complete fucking 180. Look what happened. Had a fucking kid. It's it's something that triggers in most people. Not everybody,
you
but
know
most
what
people.
I think it is.
I'm
You
keep.
know that-
I'm. Yeah.
You know what I think it is though. It's no longer about you, and
Yeah.
so the people
That's
tend to do
yep.
more. You'll do more for somebody that's not, and it's a crazy concept mentally, even just psychologically.
It's not. It's
I wouldn't
not.
say when I say crazy, I mean it's like just the paradox of it. Like if you think about it, you would thinking about it in and of itself, like you would think you would do more for yourself because you know it's you, but in a sense, it's like hold on, excuse
Bless.
me.
Bro.
In a sense, it's like because now you have physical representation and it makes it big. Anything that's bigger than you, for some reason, it pushes you further than you would go for yourself, and it's interesting to me like that. That I know, like I said, like you say, oh no, it's not. I like, but it is though. At the same time, because it's you. You would think you care about yourself more, but it's like nah. It's when that happens, it's something that switches. When it's bigger than you, you can push past certain obstacles, and it wouldn't even phase you just to make it happen for that child. So what he's saying, even
I
just the
can-
biological thing, I agree.
I could genuinely say that even in the times of like just being in a relationship, that shit might make you go that much harder just because you want to make sure that you you do like this lady make you feel this kind of way, so now I gotta make sure she know this
100%.
is what it is. So like I get that way when I'm in a relationship. I can only imagine I have a child that I've been dying to be a father and a husband specifically.
But you know,
At this point, definitely a father. Got you, pops. Don't even worry about it. But definitely a father at some point. I want to be a father. I want to be a dad. You know what I mean? So like I know with that being the case, I know that when that time comes, I have to go beyond what the fuck I'm used to just doing for myself. Because for myself, I'm good with I'm content with some bullshit sometimes. And I'm not though. That's not okay, but at the same time, I know I'm a minimalist. I need bare minimum, I'm good.
Yeah.
but
I'm personally good.
what I do
Before a
want to say,
kid, I can't do that.
what I do want to say about that though is because this is an interesting conversation we've been going into. And it's I'm sure we like people before us that well obviously our parents. I'm sure some of them felt that way, the same exact way. But understanding like now that with adulting and what we've had to learn because remember we weren't taught everything. And there are some things you can't teach. There's some things that is a part of life that, in order to understand or get the full understanding of it, you have to go through. There are some things that you are trained is literally just based on your background or your upbringing, where you come from, that determines how you're going to answer certain subjects. I know that plays a huge part. So knowing that is like it's not even just about providing the obvious physical, but in some form you're also either attempting to learn how to be a better teacher or a teacher in general because now you have somebody that's watching everything. They will watch more of what you do versus more than listen to more than what you say.
Yeah.
And I
Let's
know
see.
Zone knows that firsthand.
Yeah. So here we go. Prime example. We got my pops here, right? Let's ask him. He's in the different generation. So let's see. When you found out you was getting ready to be a father for the very first time, compared to your mindset when you were growing up, because let's be real. You ran the streets. You was in the streets. You were doing what you needed to do to survive back in the day. So like that's. Like, we're gonna be real. You was doing what you need to do.
My information out
No,
there,
but I'm just saying though, it's true though. I gotta give the contents though. But so knowing how you were, right? When you got the first confirmation that you were going to be a father, how did you feel? How was your mindset? Did it change how you view things, your outlook, or was it until after your first kid was born that you were actually at the center that then your mindset truly changed? Did it change before or did it change after the kid was born?
It had to change. It had to change after because it didn't hit right away.
Yeah. And what you do differently? Did you?
You just got to change your whole walk of life. You got to just switch up some things. What you normally would do if you was in the streets, you'll have to back off a little bit because now you got responsibilities.
Yeah.
So exactly the point being like it's bigger than you.
Yeah, it's bigger than you. You changed. And my dad, he ran the streets. I ain't gonna lie, he ran the streets.
Mine did too.
He ran the streets. So I mean, it's just the difference. I mean, it's a different generation. Like a lot of these kids these days, when they find out I have the kids, that's not mine. They didn't in denial, even after having the blood test, still denial.
I don't know how you deny a blood test, but okay.
These women nowadays don't want no kids.
That's
this generation, they don't want no kids. You're gonna have less kids in this generation because they don't want them.
Well, that's already been statistically, talked about. They said this generation have been having less kids than before, but I think it's not even just of the women per se. I think it's more of what's changed in the financial situation. Like, yes, finances were finances back then, but finances were still different back then. The cost of living was different back then. Certain things I felt like people were managing a little bit more differently, but everybody's situation is different, but still. And if you look at what on average is $120,000, at least in New York, I'm still in New York, so it's $120,000 just to have one child on average.
But you got to look at it like this too. In every generation, that the cost of living has changed. So it doesn't really matter about the cost of living because in every generation, in my mom's generation, it was way cheaper. They was buying cars for $3-4. You know what I'm saying? So every generation is the price of the
My
price
bad, I had a
of,
Kevin Hart moment.
So I mean, you can't blame it on that.
Nah, you can't.
I hate Taj.
But
I hate
no,
Taj for
actually,
that.
what I want to say is the exposure too. Like, what? See, back then, it wasn't as much like what distracts today or what like catches at least the youth attention is far more. It has its advantage and increasingly disadvantages. Like back then,
y'all got more opportunities. Y'all got the internet.
That's why I say it has its advantages. It has them.
They have the illusion of more opportunities. The opportunities are still the same as they were before. Actually, they're actually less than what they were because before, like when you were a kid and grandma was a kid and whatnot, they had trade schools where you didn't have to go to college. You could go to a trade school and get a profession and go into the workforce and do it. It's a lot harder. They don't have as many trade schools as they did back in the day. It's a lot of
they don't have many jobs like that.
No, they have the jobs.
No, they got them. They got them.
It's just they're more on who you know to get you in the door. Because once you get in the door, you're set typically, unless you piss somebody off. It's a lot different.
So to even talk about that, I wouldn't say they're illusions necessarily. I would say it's hand in hand. I agree, but what I will say is that what you're able to learn and get to is now completely different. Back then, before it was YouTube, before it was all that stuff, you had to find somebody to teach. You had to learn these things or go on about a different way of learning how to do this stuff. Anything that you want to learn. Now, these things is not really an excuse. It's just what you choose to pay attention to. And that also falls into your algorithm of whatever you're looking at. So there are kids who are searching like, yo, like I want to learn how to do this. I can't tell you how many times if I didn't know how to do something, I went to YouTube and just learned it. Just figured it out because it's a subject for everything. So they have that opportunity and that exposure for it. And it's like, it is a little bit more different and advantage as far as, well, you had to learn something or somebody to teach you. You had to really go looking for somebody to be able to teach you back then or try to learn in a different way in some shape or form. But it's like I said, it's a gift and a curse. For every, reaction, you're going to have something negative that could possibly happen or come from it. So now kids are being raised by iPads. I don't agree with that. I don't understand why a child has to have an iPad in his face every 10 minutes of the day.
I understand kind of the iPad thing a little bit, but at the same time, I don't necessarily like it, but I do kind of understand it because, like we've said before, and for those who listen to me and earlier, these are those left turns before we get back on point.
But you know what?
Hold on, Bob. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. The from back in the day, right? Kids could go outside and be out till the street lights came on.
We played outside.
But since then, time has changed. You can't just leave your kids outside to hang out anymore because they be trying to snatch kids up, kidnapping them, killing them. So people are a lot more guarded. It was like, why would I send my kid out to have fun? Which, rightfully they should be able to have fun because they're kids. But at the risk, as a parent, you're like, if I send my kid out there to have fun, like I did, and something happens to him because things are different now, that's guilt. So what do? They find ways for them to entertain themselves inside the house because of the fear of something happening to their kids. Because if you watch the news, you see stuff left and right. Kids gone missing. And just up in Illinois, kid missing. And then they just recently, found, I think it was a body of the kid that was gone for a bit. And, now that family finally gets closure. But it's like, you send your kid outside, you thinking they're going to be okay, just even outside in your front yard. In Chicago, there was the kids in their backyard, 10 or something like that, and there was this family, woman and a guy, that tried to kidnap the kid out of their own backyard, and the parents caught them and decided to beat the hell out of them until the cops got there, because why are you trying to kidnap my child?
It's like, out my yard at that, out my backyard.
Yeah, so like knowing that, like knowing that you can't even have your kids in your own yard outside, and be okay with them like just playing amongst themselves without someone trying to come into your property and snatch your kids. Then you're like, well, if that's the case, they're just gonna be inside, and that's where you get them glued to an iPad or a television or a game system, because the fear of sending your kid outside and something can go wrong. And like you said, you shouldn't live in fear, but for some people, their kids are their world. If they lost their kid,
respectfully,
you know, it's a devastating thing. It you know, it hurts. It's a blow.
Here's the thing I do want to add to that though, before you even what I was saying though is, because there's a difference between, I would say, raising your kids and just letting a I feel like what affected the whole dynamic is, like I said, things became a bit more tougher in a sense of when it came to parenting, when it came to paying bills, and it came, yes, like bills and finances are finances, but everything that you have to take care of and everything that you have to pay, by the time the amount of work that you have to do is like, yo, by the time parents get home, they're tired, man.
Yeah,
like they're tired. The iPad is just another babysitter, or just like an decision to keep you busy so you're not in my face, because now I have to regroup and regather, which a lot of single parent households really go through that, and then that's a stress. So they don't really be knowing where their kids is at or what they're looking at. But the gateway to the iPad, yes, you could parent lock it and do whatever, but it's spending more time with the kids than you are, because when you're gonna go to school, the teacher's already doing that. That's one. And so two is like, by the time they get to
on
you,
their iPad instead of being out there being shot. Because these city things like they used to be back in the day, a lot of these YNs are killing over females, raps, and they don't care.
Like I normally don't get too personal, but like for instance, my little cousin, he was doing the right thing. Like, you know, let's say people change when they have a kid. My little cousin had a baby with someone, and I guess they had a boyfriend or whatever, or ex-boyfriend, whatever the case was, and they start beating on my cousin's baby mama, and him trying to do, you know, be the man and do the right thing, stepped up, was like, hey, let me intervene. And things looked good. He escorted the guy out the house. Guy was getting in his car, everything was fine. The moment that motherfucker got in his car and turned the ignition on, a switch clicked, and he decided to run my cousin down and drag him for like, what, 70 feet, 70 yards, and broke both his pelvises on both sides, fractured ribs, head, and everything. Left him in critical condition, almost killed him. The dude should have been arrested immediately for attempted murder, vehicle manslaughter, all that type of stuff. First thing the cop said, we don't know, we can charge him. What do you mean you don't know if you can charge him? He literally ran him over and drug him. I don't know what do you mean you can't charge? But that's the change, because, you know, trying to do the right thing, trying to be the man and protecting your kids, you know, peace of mind, you know, and also the mother of your child, trying to do the right thing still get you done
that's
up.
what the problem be lying, but
you know, and like I told my cousin, you know, I love my cousin. I told him, I said, you know, I commend you for doing the right thing. I commend you. There's not a lot of people that would do that. And you know, there are people that do that, but doing the right thing put you in this critical position. So next time, call the cops. You know, you hate to see other people call cops on each other like that. You feel like you should be able to resolve these things like adults, respectfully. But now, call the cops.
I ain't with no nigga. I ain't doing nothing. He gonna catch a cap in his ass. Fuck all that you. Yeah, because I don't know what.
That's that old school shit right there.
Fuck all that arguing.
Yeah, I ain't want to argue. I'm gonna shoot you. That's definitely old school there.
But also in hindsight, in agreement to like, for example, Zone, like we said, we're not in person or anything, but it's an example. You're involved with your kids, and I mean, for obvious reasons. So there's time periods where they're able to do XYZ. There's time periods where they go outside. There's time periods where you know, all these things are monitored for a reason, and it's like you have a balance. I'm not saying like the iPad or anything is all bad, but it's just when it's like for hours on end, you're allowing it to raise your child, and it's like, okay, now you're substituting something. So now, when that's all they know how to walk around and say, and they don't know how to function with other different, you know, things, or being told to do certain things, or being able to, now whose fault is that? Because they didn't learn that by themselves. That's not something that they just,
to that.
You know what kill me about young parents? They sit here, these people talking about, I can't do nothing to my kid. Man, fuck that law. You can't beat your kid. I'm gonna beat the shit out that motherfucker.
I mean, that's society though. That's just how society goes. Is they tell you you're not supposed to discipline them and this and that, because you're supposed to gentle parent. Gentle parenting does not work for everybody, unfortunately. Believe it or not,
discipline is discipline. Yeah.
Back in the day, there was no gentle parenting. A lot of people fared off pretty well.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
There's a difference between like discipline your kid and beating your kid. There's a big difference. A lot of people don't understand that. There's a huge difference.
They don't.
You can whoop a kid ass nowadays. These kids don't listen because they know they can't get beat. They on time out in the corner. That's why they out here shooting, doing drive-bys, and doing all this crap. If they had Big Mom, they had that switch and told you to go get that switch off the whoop your ass. Oh, you learn.
I
got beat by a switch once. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I tried to be slick with it too.
What I wanted to say though, and that like just the difference like between what you were saying pretty much, right? Like discipline and beating. People hear that and they automatically think, oh, it's me. It's like, oh my God, you want me to do it or you want the world to do it? I'll do it, it's gonna be held back a little bit. So relax. If you want the world to do it, by the time they get out there and then they have a different reaction. It's not beating for the sense of just beating them. Discipline is discipline. It's never said anything about like you being disciplined helps you develop a respect and knowing that there's a line that you don't cross. When you develop that line, it doesn't make you afraid. You're just aware and you respect it, and that's it. That's what it develops a certain type of character. All that talking back and forth and I understand talking to them. Like a lot of people get it confused. Like what's the wrong thing to do is to beat your child, and then they don't understand why they're getting beat. So now you just negated the whole process. They have to understand why they're being disciplined. That's the difference. People just beating them, saying, shut up, do what I say. You ain't doing nothing but creating a time bomb to get beat up yourself when they get bigger than you, because time is not on your side at that point. So you're not thinking far ahead. You're just reacting. See right then and there, and you think that's gonna last, and it's not gonna last because you knew it didn't last with you and your parents. So if you thought ahead, it was a bit more smarter about that thought pattern. It was like, I'm gonna discipline you, but we're gonna understand why you're being disciplined, so that we can have a clear understanding of what's going on.
Even if you understand why you're disciplined, you don't like it. But I was always taught, if you think you bigger than your mama and your daddy, that's wait, because the same way you came in this world, they'll take your ass out. And my mama
that's literally just a saying. Yeah, that's literally just a saying.
I mean, that's old school though. Didn't Marvin Gaye's dad try to take him out or something like that, or actually did there something like that?
Yeah, plenty of kids who took their parents out. All I'll take you out. Stealing. The difference is that you're instilling is fear. I'm not instilling fear. I rather instill respect and fear. A fear dog will bite you the moment it gets the opportunity to. I'm not instilling no fear. There's a different type of fear. I'm like, yes, I can fear my father, but the difference between like if you understand, like when they say God fearing and people take it wrong, like they're afraid to get killed. No, that's not the point. Because in reality, if that gets broken, if they think outside that box, like, yo, at some point you're gonna get old. At some point, time is not gonna be on your side. So what you're doing is you're building something that they're gonna just resent you for it later on in life, and then that's gonna come full throttle. And then now your question, I don't know why. No, it's not you didn't know why. It's that simple fact that they didn't know why they was getting beat. So to them, you was just beating them, and they don't even understand what the discipline was for. It was null and void at that point.
Yeah.
I got respect on that, because even if they know what they getting beat for, if a nigga jump towards me, he one of my kids, I'm gonna shoot him in his ass. Same way he came in. Gonna be the same way they're gonna drag that motherfucker out of the body bag.
No, that's cool and understandable. Everybody got their own methods. All I'm saying is there's another kid that's out there thinking the same way you are. You ain't the only one thinking like that. So I don't walk around in a sense, and I'm not saying you are. I'm just talking about in general. I'm not walking around like I'm invincible because I gave birth to him. No, hell no.
Don't get me wrong, but if you already know what you're dealing with, you already be prepared for it. Shit.
No, yeah. But it comes, true. That's what I'm saying. The environment is important. you have the rare cases where the kids kind of just grow up and they just for whatever reason it's their personality trait. 98% of the time it's your household. Man. It has nothing to do with like they don't come out the vagina just wanting to punch, kill, and that's not like what environment were they surrounded in, and then you're mad that they're turning out the way. You got to check everything. A lot of people, what we don't hold accountable is our parents sometimes, and then not only that, we don't hold our parents' parents accountable for the way they were doing.
That wasn't bad. Like,
What?
He gonna kill her.
What'd you say?
The teacher gonna kill the teacher, nigga. What's wrong with you?
That was bad. I told everybody when I was little, I was bad. I don't hide that. I don't hide I was bad. I knew I was bad, but I was also quiet, and I never did anything crazy at the household that brought too much attention. When I was bad in the streets, it stayed in the streets. I didn't bring the shit home.
No, because you got the back door out the window. I don't know about y'all. You and your cousin was bad.
I was definitely bad. I definitely was bad.
I'm getting accused by my wife of watching porn that I don't even know nothing about. These.
Oh, that was my little cousin. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that too. My dad was like, who's watching this? I was like, wait, what? Why would I watch it on cable? And I'm sitting there thinking, we got internet. Like, I'd go on the internet and watch that shit for free.
Words. Why am I watching it on cable?
Myself, I'm like, I know y'all would see that bill, so why would I buy a movie on cable? Like, you will see that. Like, like I'm smarter than that.
Explaining how I move more intelligently and what I won't do.
I'm smarter than that. I'm not gonna create myself.
I was the same way. Yeah, you gonna have to catch me. You have to be Batman.
But to your other statement about kids not actually going out and doing stuff. So with my kids, like my kids are trying to be social, they're trying to make friends. What I've noticed in this younger generation, because a lot of these other parents are younger than me. When my kids meet their friends and I meet their parents, I'm like, damn, you're a lot younger than I am. A lot of them are super fucking flaky. Like they'll say, oh yeah, let's have our kids hang out, let's make plans, set the plans up, go show up, be there waiting. No call, no show, and they're like, and then like 3 days later, oh yeah, my batsman came up. You couldn't call, let motherfuckers know. Like you made plans as you made plans as an adult for our kids to hang out and be friends and do stuff, and then the day of, no call, no show. I hear from you a few days later, and you give some bullshit as an excuse. I'm good. My kid doesn't need to hang out with your kid. Unfortunately, you just ruined the kid's friendship on some bullshit for no reason. When you don't want to hang out. It's like, if you didn't want to call, that's cool. Tell me I could have picked up your kid could have hung out with our kid. They could have had fun, supervised fun, and then, got dropped back up to your house. Instead, you sent people on wild goose chase. And I've noticed that a lot of younger parents that have kids, they're very flaky when it comes to like making plans to do stuff. And that's why you see a lot more kids on like iPads and whatnot, because they can't go hang out with their friends because their parents are like, oh yeah, you can go do that. And when the day comes, nah, you can't do that. I changed my mind. You're breaking promises and all that other stuff. And then you're wondering why your kid's lashing out at you.
But why exactly? Along with that, brother, why do you think that's like? Listen, when we go to parent-teacher conference, when your child acting a fool in the classroom, do you think the teacher's looking at the child? Who the first one they looking at? Because they're gonna look at you. Because that don't just come out of nowhere, gang. Like that does not just come out. You telling me that a child born out, like, yes, they could have their personality traits, but if it's not caught and disciplined in the beginning, whose fault is that? That ain't the world. It's not the world's fault. It comes from inside the house.
And it's like, what you're saying, it comes from inside the house. It starts there. So day before yesterday, there's another incident. My son at the playground playing with his sister and their friend that they recently met while I was up north. Same age, actually kid's a little bit younger than them. And I guess they were arguing over a swing. Mind you, at this playground, there's 4 swings that they can use. 4. They're arguing over one swing because they wanted to be next to my daughter and swing by her. So they're all arguing over this fucking swing. And then this other little girl gets mad and spits in my son's face. And his reaction is he gets upset. He gets ready to come home and he tells, and mind you, I'm half asleep. I'm like falling asleep. Like I'm gonna go take a power nap real quick, you know, and just relax real quick, get my mind off some things. I hear the commotion. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm waking up. Like now I'm a little agitated because I was actually falling asleep. And he's like, oh, and he tells me this little kid spinning. Where's this kid at? Outside. And walk outside. Hey, we're not gonna have that anymore. Don't spit in my kid's face. And I was like, I'm be a little nice right now.
That's
be nice
you
because
being mature too.
it's a girl. I was like, look, don't spit in my kid's face. Next time you do that, I'm going to go to your parents' house and we're going to have a talk. And your parents are not going to like this talk. And I left it as that. And then I sat there and I was like, you know what? I kind of feel like I should just go tell this kid's parents now because like, not. And my wife's like, oh, you told her next time. I was like, yeah, I told her that.
No.
But I had to change your heart. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I should go tell
No,
him
I'm
now
doing it now.
because you know, it's the principle. Like this kid should know that it's not cool to spit in someone's face. That's a battery. That's assault. You know, that something can happen. And like I told my son, I said, look, next time someone spits in your face,
End up dead.
I said, spit back in their face. If it's a girl, spit back in her face. I said, if it's a boy, fuck him up. And he looked at me. I'm dead serious. I'm not telling you to bully nobody, because if you bully somebody, I'm going to humiliate you for being a bully. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm going to treat your life, and you're going to feel embarrassed if I find out you're bullying somebody. That's just me. But
Who spit? Was Ty the one who got spit in the face?
yeah, he's the one that got spit in the face.
No, don't tell him to go beat nobody up because they're boy in karate school. Don't do that.
No. So that's the thing. So that's the thing, though. In karate, they're not allowed to start a fight. They're not allowed to start a fight. But but they learn self-defense. It's a self-defense. If someone picks to fight with them first, they're allowed to defend themselves. Now, mind you, if the kid that picks a fight with them doesn't know they take karate, that's just gonna be an beat for them. They're gonna learn their fucking lesson not to pick on people. I'm telling you. The government might say my kid would be in trouble, but my kid wouldn't be in trouble with me because they defended themselves. They didn't start the fight.
Out there beat that boy ass to damn near broke his neck. So now, on that girl neck, now.
No, I tell him not the girl. Don't fight the girl. Don't fight the girl.
Yeah.
But if a boy picks on you, you settle it because don't let them think they can just pick on you. Last thing I want my son to be walking around being punked. So I told him, don't hit nobody first, but if they hit you first, I expect you to fuck them up. And don't worry about getting in trouble with me because you won't. Because if you didn't start the fight, chill, don't worry, I got your back. But if you started the fight, then you're gonna deal with me. If I found out you started the fight and you're being a bully, you're gonna deal with me. But if you're protecting yourself or you're protecting your sister because she's being bullied and picked on, and you try to step in and intervene, and they say, oh, he should be punished, he's not going to be punished. Why is he going to be punished for protecting himself and his family from someone else who's trying to bully and pick on them?
With a karate move and break that boy neck or something.
Nah, if any, he don't like to punch. So if anything, he just kicks someone. He'll do a Sparta kick, and that will suffice. He kicks hard. I've sparred with him, letting them kick. He has a little power to his kick. Enough to hurt a kid his age. If he kicked him hard, he definitely hurt him. But no, hell no, absolutely not. I don't believe in that telling the parent shit. Absolutely not. I'm
gotta tell the parent, man.
No, absolutely not. I'm all for, especially at school, because the whole thing of, oh, your kid, you hit my kid, don't hit back. Bullshit. Your kid hits my kid. My kids are taught to hit back. That that two wrongs to make right. Yeah, you're right. They don't. Well, tell your kid not to make the first fucking right, the first fucking wrong. Your kid made the wrong. My kid's gonna fucking correct it. You don't like it? Tell your fucking kids to keep their fucking hands to their fucking self. Period.
Oh man, don't do that.
No, it's the truth though. That's.
I know it might be the truth, but don't do that.
No, it's the truth, and I will go to bat for them each time. If they get in trouble for sticking up for somebody else, and they didn't start the fight, I will go to bat for them each time because they didn't start it. They were defending somebody else. They were protecting someone else from being bullied, and to that I will respect, and they will never get in trouble for me for that.
Karate is like having a legal weapon. So,
No, he would only be considered that if he was a black belt, and he don't practice enough to be practicing and all that. He just barely got his fucking yellow belt. He just barely started. But no, but they teach them even in karate class. I've sat there. They've said, don't go out there bullying, picking on people, because if you do, when you get to your dojo, they're going to teach you a lesson that you shouldn't be a bully. But they said it's okay to defend yourself. If someone's picking on you and they start beating on you, you are supposed to defend yourself, because that's what the karate is. It's meant for self-defense. So they take the karate, so they, in theory, to defend themselves. But if we're going to be real, most karate moves and most karate fighting stuff is not practical for a real fight. It's literally for self-defense. If you actually go and watch them practice consistently, actual just karate, not like taekwondo, jujitsu, any of that shit. It's just karate. It's primarily self-defense. It's designed for you to be able to protect yourself from being abused and beat. It's self-defense. So if someone decides to pick on you and tries to beat on you and they don't realize you know karate, that's their fault. That teaches them a lesson. Don't judge a book by its color and keep your hands to yourself. If you don't want to be touched, don't touch somebody else. I mean, that's simple and that's clear as day. And a lot of people probably don't agree with that, but that is the reality, because in the real world, if you're telling these kids not to do that in school, not do that, in the real world, that doesn't fly. In the real world, someone's picking on you in the real world as you're getting a dog, you say, oh, I'm going to go tell authorities. They're going to look at you and say, oh yeah? And they're going to fuck you up before you get a chance and say, now who you going to tell? As you're laying there in a coma or a puddle of blood. No, so you resolve the situation early on. You nip it in the bud. And not every situation is the same. So like, just because, you know, he got hit or whatever, it doesn't mean necessarily he has to hit back, because the situation, every situation is different. It could have been hit by a mistake. You know, those things do happen. So it's like, don't react right away because you got hit and you felt like that person's bullying you. No, read the room, read the situation, make sure it was intentional. If they were intentionally trying to hit you, and most likely you will know, if they're intentionally trying to hit you or intentionally trying to mess you up, yes, by all means, you have the right to defend yourself. And you should defend yourself. You should not be told that you can't defend yourself while being beat. That's like women who are in an abusive relationship and they don't know how to fight. What they do, they take self-defense, they get pepper spray, they get stuff. And when time comes and they know how to, they try to fight them, you know, try to defend themselves. They try to protect themselves. Now, does it work for them all the time? Probably not, but there are some that it does. And you can't ridicule them or shame them for protecting themselves. You might say, oh, how come you didn't get help? What if help doesn't come quick enough? From the time that you call to get help and you're waiting for that help to come, depending on how that person's temperament is, they can fuck you up, they can kill you, and by the time the help gets there, the damage can be done already. So don't start a fight. But if a fight is started with you, be prepared to finish the fight. And that's something grandma even taught me. She always told me when I was growing up, don't start a fight. But if someone picks a fight with you, finish it. But don't be the one to start it. And that's what I taught my kids. Don't start the fight, but you damn sure better finish the fight. And you won't get in trouble by me.
Where he go at today?
He just stepped away. He's getting ready for work.
Top flight security.
Yeah, top flight starts at 9. But no, that is my take on it. And that's something I will probably never budge on. Like, I don't condone violence. I'm passive. Look at
that.
Look at what?
Hold on. That's green.
You know I'm on a podcast live, right?
I don't give a fuck. It's legal here where I'm at.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I'm trying to get endorsement deals. I mean, what you doing?
It's legal here, see.
Yeah, I get it's legal there.
Tell them they want us to smoke a blunt for them. Well, I don't smoke.
You don't smoke, but you always have it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about all that.
There's no
Don't worry about all that. Worry about the
My pop said he don't smoke, but I've seen him roll some stuff up, and I'm like, I know you smoke, you just don't want to admit it. It's okay. One day.
Old lady. She used to smoke weed, so I used to roll for her. She didn't know how to roll. So I
Now,
rolled
anybody
for her.
who rolls knows that you get some of those buds in your mouth and your lips, and you get a little contact high.
No, I ain't
Everybody
none of
knows.
that I ain't do none of that shit.
No, my pop's high is his coffee, large
Dunkin'
coffee,
Donuts.
7 sugars, 2 creams. Oh my bad, 6 sugars, 2 creams. Like it's any better.
No,
But he loves his
y'all
coffee
crazy.
though. But no, but that's normally the problem. That's kind of where look, top flight's right. He's ready. Look at that. He's all in black. He's
Hey,
ready.
top flight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. Oh, I'll probably have to sit like OD clothes. I still look hella black.
Because you're wearing
Damn,
black,
Pops.
bro. Because you're
I
wearing
know.
black.
I just look hella black. When I wear it.
You wearing black
Hey,
on
with
black
the
on
lights
black.
Now with the lights on, though, I look extra dark. I look
We
extra
can't hear
crispy.
you.
And I
I
fucking
don't know
with
what
it.
you said. We couldn't hear you just now.
For me?
No, not you. My pops.
I
He
was
said
like, damn.
something. We still couldn't hear you.
Oh, you muted, Pops.
You muted me, nigga?
I didn't mute
Nah,
you.
nobody
You
here we go.
You
Now
muted
we can hear you.
yourself.
I ain't on no mute.
You're not mute now. We can hear you
muted me,
now.
nigga. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Dude, I gotta get myself some shit together. Oh yeah, they finally put me. Oh wait, no, I probably won't be till like next week that I actually see one of these full-time checks. Oh shit, man! I gotta finish taking care of you, and after that, and then going. We'll see if we can
Well,
situate something.
I'm finna fill a care package.
I don't know if this is the right place to be saying that, but I'm just saying.
I'm talking about a care package full
You
of
muted, Zone.
If you're
A
gonna send me a
care
care package, go to Polish shop and give me some of those bacon chips.
Yo, nah, I need some too. I ain't gonna hold you. I need some of those too. I need some of those
Need
too.
those
I'm not gonna lie.
bacon chips.
Damn.
Need some of those too. Matter of fact, yeah.
Huh?
Shit, I'm gonna have to.
Y'all better text me the information on.
Zach
Hold on, I
knows
got
where
you
it
right
is.
now.
Yo, Zach knows where it is. He knows where
They
the.
look like this right there. They
he
look
knows
just
where
like
it is.
that.
It's
That's
at
what
the-
they look
it's
like.
at the KD Market in Schaumburg. It's at the KD
These-
Market in
these right
Schaumburg,
here.
Illinois. That
These.
is promotion right there. KD Market, Schaumburg, Illinois, a Polish shop, a Polish community where you can get some authentic Polish food that they make in
These
the States because they have
are
an actual
different.
Polish
These are
shop
fire.
where they get
You
their
got
seasonings.
some of
These
those?
imported.
are fire.
Yeah, I got them some. I sent them some of
Fire.
those. Yeah.
Hell yeah, fire.
Damn.
I made sure to keep the wrapper just to make sure I knew exactly what to ask for next time.
There's
I want
different brands, bro. There are different brands in that one, and they all
Them shits was
taste
good.
just as good, if not better.
Listen,
Hey.
bacon leaves, head.
Yeah.
That's
Cheese,
good stuff
Portillo's,
right there.
hot dogs. Oh man,
Portillo's,
you
yeah,
got
they
a
got some
bucket
good
full of
stuff.
you got a bucket full of glizzies. That is not okay.
Nah,
that is not
that's
what's up.
Coke, probably.
Oh, okay, thank God.
He
I
said
was-
a bucket
I
full
was
of
about to
glitter.
say, Pops, you throw that shit out the window right now. You cannot.
I had a double bacon cheeseburger there and some cheese fries.
Oh
yeah?
damn, that sounds good.
Italian
Damn.
beef.
Italian beef.
Yeah.
That's probably one thing. So one of the things I did. So it's my pops kept asking last time, and I just wasn't in the mood to talk about my time up north yet. I was still thinking. When I go up north, whenever I go up there, like to pick up my little one and just to get up there, I always hit up places I can't get down here. Now, mind you, I make fried rice myself pretty good because I throw it out in the fucking kitchen. But nothing hits like the fried rice typically from this Chinese spot place that was around the town I grew up in. Nothing hit like that for a while until I started making my own. But every time I go back to Illinois, I grab some because, reminisce, or,
There's one thing I miss besides chopped cheese, chicken over rice. You know what I'm saying? Besides regular heroes, besides that shit. You know what I'm saying? I keep it bad. I'm looking forward to getting mambo sauce
Oh, you done. Just let me know.
from the chicken spot. Like I miss having a good thing of
Talking about
mango
Kennedy's,
sauce
nigga?
and whatnot. Nah, nigga. I'm talking about a Chinese restaurant.
Oh,
The chicken spots up north is where I like to. That's where they have the white powder on the chicken. They call chicken crack.
This man been talking about this chicken crack for like four episodes now,
No,
son.
I don't care. I will talk
Y'all
about this
gotta
until I
try.
drop.
Y'all gotta try this
That
chicken
shit was
crack because
good.
he's.
No,
I gotta try it because this nigga
you-
keep talking about chicken crack.
I'm telling you, you're gonna try it. You probably got the ingredients at the house. You just need to get you need to blend them finally in the blender, right?
Okay.
And you
He
have to
has the
find
real chicken now.
you got to find the real. You got to find the mixture
Taj face.
for you. What'd you say?
And he has some pizza.
Taj's face this now. What is that blender? Oh, hold up. I got it. That's on me. My
What'd
bad.
you say? I had what?
You had some good pizza while you was here too. Chinese food, pizza. He went everywhere.
So my pops considers so one thing about my pops, right? He likes mushrooms. He can't fucking stand mushrooms. One day he asked me, he's like, "You want some pizza?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't eat mushrooms." Like, all right, cool. And I'm thinking he's gonna order a pizza, you know, half and half like he normally does. He's full pizza, mushroom, and half pepper. I'm like, "Fuck." So I didn't touch the pizza. I was like, "I don't eat mushrooms." So I'm like, "You know this, man."
That's funny as hell. Yeah.
But no, we got some chicken. They had this chicken spot out there, called the Chicken Shack right down the street from this house. And he has his place. I didn't get to have this last time I was out there. He talks about this burrito. They got this big ass burrito joint out there, and that bitch is like real fucking big. And he's like, "Oh, you won't be able to eat that in one sitting." And I've always let my pops know I'm a fucking big back. All right, I'm eating that shit in one sitting.
I fuck food up.
Let the Navy
I
SEALs
was
have us
like, I am a
complete
big back.
Damn, son.
No,
Food is different though.
I'm the skinniest big back you'll find. I keep it a bad with you. It just don't look like it. I wish it did though.
And the last time he's been in the gym was 2010. He said, "Y'all, let that
And
sink in."
You got some Chinese,
It's too
Huh?
long.
that Chinese food you got. You told him you can make it better.
Yeah, I can. I can. That's not a lie. I definitely can. Will it stop me
You got a
from
what?
buying? Will it stop me from buying the Chinese food when I go up north? Absolutely not, because it's nostalgic for me. Nothing beats nostalgic food. To be honest with you. Now,
Oh my god.
my
I
wife
like
being from
Jamaican food.
Europe, but I took her up there to try some of my nostalgic food like Jewtown, and you know, and mind you, if y'all have something similar like Jewtown, when y'all little shops where y'all get the chicken over rice, the halal food and whatnot.
His face so close to the
I don't
camera.
know. That shit that y'all get up
What do
there, it's
people
like
do
our
that?
Jewtown.
I was
It's like
looking
our
at something
Jewtown
that
down
came
there.
across my phone.
Yeah, he's blind as a bat,
Oh,
by the
God.
way.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Dang.
blind as a bat.
He had that
And
phone.
yet he drives.
Now, I was looking at something that came across that phone. I was
No.
like, who the hell is that?
I know you were, because that shit was in your eye. He had that shit right here. Right there on your face.
I took him to
Oh.
Longhorn. He had some baby back ribs. Didn't even
Yep.
finish them
Ooh.
all.
We had baby
I
back
hate
ribs
y'all.
and the finished mall.
I hate y'all right now. I hate y'all
Uh,
right now.
And
No,
then
but I had a lot of
I
stuff
I
prior to
the
that,
T-bone
though.
steak. I had the T-bone steak, but I ate my T-bone steak.
Man,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't eat
did.
nothing else.
I'm about to.
Yeah.
I didn't eat that
I'm about-
corn though. That corn was looking kind of funky, but I wasn't.
So he
touching the
ordered corn, right? And he was like, "Yo, give me the corn." They were like, "You want everything on?" He was like, "Oh yeah, this is corn." And what they brought him was Mexican style corn, you know, where they have like the
It's mad
cheese.
red, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's good
nah.
though. It's a street style corn. It's the street style corn. And he was like, "What's this? What's this? That cheese? I got it. No, that cheese. That's butter. Oh no, that looks." I'm like, "No, that's butter. That shit's good."
That
He
shit
wasn't
looked like
having
a
it,
heart
though.
attack. It's
He
probably
wasn't having
fire,
it.
nigga.
That
I
street
honestly, I
that street corn
always
is
wanted
fucking
to try
good.
it.
That street corn is
I wanted
good,
to try
bro.
I was
Street-
I wasn't
terrified.
eating
Though.
that shit.
I'm keeping
Street
real. I
corn
was
is fucking
terrified because of
fire.
one thing in particular, dog. One thing in particular. Niggas don't have no spot to wash their fucking hands. I can't trust it. You
I
got
can
them
respect
street
that.
vendors shit. Them niggas got to take a piss somewhere, and most of the time, they not gonna let you use the bathroom in none of them spots, especially in New York. Them niggas, you're not a paying customer. You're not getting to use the bathroom. fuck out of it. The niggas is
Vito, you still
pissing
there, bro?
right there, and they got no place to wash their hands. I am not okay with that. They
Nah.
touching the
Hey, I had-
gloves with dick fingers.
I
All
had
right,
people
they touching the
that-
tongs with dick fingers. It's not okay.
I went to this place called Al's Char House yesterday. I got this T-bone steak. I shit you not, it's bigger than one of them long plates. They cut it fresh for you. It's like $50 steak. And man, they hook it
that's
up and
not
then
bad.
get the wings. Man, whew. Boy, I was in heaven.
Shit, I hear that.
A $50 steak
I
is
hear
actually
that.
kind of cheap. It's not bad.
Now that,
Now, you-
yeah,
For New York.
Yeah, that's what I never say. You got to think of New York time and like
For
New York prices
York.
versus.
You done spent
Anywhere else.
$190-something on some steak.
Nah, that's
yeah,
a
me too, but they cut the
Yeah.
steak out from you. They give you a deal there though.
That shit's expensive
And
as fuck in
I got
Illinois. The
got a
most
membership
common
and
steaks
I
are like
get discount.
$21, $32, $50 just for the steak.
Oh, my T-bone for breakfast costs $41.
T-bone
You
That's
say
for
your
breakfast.
steak. It
And,
ain't-
how
that
many
ain't
times do you eat that for
hash
breakfast?
browns,
How many
like,
days a week? How many days a week you eat that for breakfast?
About 3 days a week, and then the other 3 I eat.
You had to think about it. Yeah, you see how he buffing? He's like,
don't lie now. Don't you?
He said 3, son. He said at least 3. Shit.
Somewhere out the camera, he was putting his fingers up.
No, because the other days I go give me in the morning time. I go give me 3 eggs over easy, 2 sausages, a side of ham, and French toast with the hash brown.
Damn, this
Yeah,
nigga eat good every day,
I must say,
son. I
though,
need to
the
start going
breakfast
out to
place he
eat.
goes to is fire.
Fuck.
I went there with them while I was up there, and it was a nice little spot. It was like so,
You know
and
what?
where the town I grew up in, we had this place called Ray's, and it was they had a nice little small little restaurant, family joint, and it was like the place to go that everybody wanted to go and get their food and whatnot, you know, at least once a week or maybe twice a week. Just because the food was always good, the customer service was great, it was perfect, great atmosphere. The place that he goes to have his breakfast reminds me of that type of place. The staff kind of make sure they take a point of knowing almost every customer comes in, especially because most of the customers are repeat customers.
Yeah,
And they're super fucking friendly. I was like, man, this feels like this place called Ray's that we used to go to back in the day. Like, I was like, fucking dope. And the food was great, good price, wasn't, you know, really that expensive. And it was a great place to go. I definitely would go back there again. It was nice.
Yeah, I go
Definitely nice
to all
food.
the good food places.
Yes, we know.
Just for the fuck of it, I think I'm gonna just go to Waffle House.
I go to the
Waffle
Waffle House every blue moon. If I'm in Georgia, I go to the Waffle House. They ain't got none up here.
fights that be happening over there.
Nah, that's at certain times though. That's
People
certain
be getting
times.
beat up in the Waffle House.
That's certain times.
Wait,
And
they
I ain't
got
gonna lie to
houses
you.
in New York?
Nah, that's why we.
Somebody will die. Hey Tosh,
Yeah, New York would
somebody will die. Somebody will die in Waffle House, brother.
Definitely.
Somebody's gonna die in Waffle House.
Don't put
Play
that-
me if you want to.
If you want people to survive, don't put a Waffle House over there, bro.
Listen, nah, New York and Waffle Houses ain't gonna work. IHOP is enough.
It's not
Nah,
that.
IHOP
it's,
is enough.
It's just it's manipulated or it's monopolized. Like big companies monopolize New York, like chain stores. Like that's the
Yeah.
corny stuff. You got to go to like Brooklyn or Queens to find the real, like, you know what I'm saying, like places that's kind of that, or downtown. One or
Your
the other. That's
car
kind of
waiting
like
on
the
you,
success.
soon.
So
What's that?
I say your car waiting on you soon.
The Cadillac right there?
Yep. I'm getting a
it's
new
old school
one.
joints.
Nah, it's,
Mm.
was it 2019, 15?
19.
Shit. Zone, if you don't want it, let me buy it off you, nigga. Shit. I need a car. I need a
No,
car,
my
motherfucker.
family's, or my pops, I should say, has always been into the Cadillacs. That side of the family, they've always been
Yeah, it is
Cadillac,
right there.
Cadillac and Buick.
What kind of Cadillac is it? CTS? That can't be.
CTR.
That's the STS.
There we go.
XTS.
XTS.
big
God
boy.
damn.
You got that,
Yeah.
Lexus.
It's dirty though.
Throw a motherfucking Hellcat in that bitch. Throw a
dirty, like, this
Hellcat. Yeah.
You also
Yeah,
got a
he's a fuck, I was
Lexus
just
too.
throwing
I'm buying me a new one, so I'm gonna give him this.
shit. That's dope. You doing what you do to it though? The turbocharger, supercharger, anything?
You know, it's got all that shit on that car.
Mhm.
I got this Lexus half of the time.
Shit, I hear that. Man.
I got a sticker over there.
Shit, let me buy one of them motherfuckers over you, Pops. I need a car. I'm so dead ass. I need a car bad. That's part of the reason why. That's one of the steps so I can get the fuck out of this place. All right, that's one of my 3-step plan. I need a car.
A vehicle?
Yeah, I
Link,
need a
tap
car.
in with him. He works at a dealership. He might be able to keep an eye out, look for you, and
I just got my nephew a car.
yeah,
Shit.
I run good.
I got my
too.
nephew a nice ass car, and guess how much he paid for it?
What?
And he been to Georgia and everywhere else in that car.
Oh, yeah.
What do you pay?
$500.
Shit, I need that. Yeah, I need that.
True.
I need
That's
that.
true.
As he paid the taxes and everything, the taxes in the place, it was like $1,300. But you know, shit.
That's still better than
That's
Better than a car
Yeah.
note.
Most of these motherfuckers out here charging $1,300 from the start.
He got a 2015 Cruise.
Oh, Chevy Cruze.
Shit,
Yeah,
that's dope.
Chevy Cruze.
Oh, I didn't realize my bike fell off and shit. I'm over here just talking and shit.
Dad got
Yo,
excited.
what time you 9:45?
I gotta be there at 9:45. Yeah.
Yeah, he
841.
loved that car too. Only thing he was trying to buy cars with no engine and this and that. I told him, hold up, I'm gonna get you a car.
I mean, I get where he was going with it, but not for starters.
Yeah, I told him I'm gonna get you a car. Like I said, he been everywhere in that car. Ohio, Georgia, he been everywhere in that car. He only had the car for about a month.
Yeah,
Shit.
he's done mad work in the car too, though. Since he's got it, though.
Yeah, he changed the oil, changed the gasket on it, spark plugs, the normal shit.
Yeah, that's literally regular little stuff you could do yourself 100%.
Exactly
Right,
what he did. He did it himself.
Spark plugs is nothing once you know.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Spark plugs
That's
are
true. That's true. Change
Yeah,
quite a few of them myself.
He be rolling that car. He out rolling that mug now, Ubering in it.
Makes sense.
But I told him he better not stay out too late because I'm gonna put his ass to work tomorrow.
You say you work for a dealership?
A finance company, a dealership. I got my own repo company too.
Yeah, Leaf Recovery. If you guys are in Chicago and need to have a tow car picked up, Leaf Recovery.
People hate to see him coming. They do not like him, bro. I know.
It's alright.
He be out there getting them too, though. I ain't gonna. I remember. So I used to work at this place too back in the day.
Right before I forget. And the end of this month, I'm gonna have to fly you in, and I'll fly you right back out.
Okay.
Cause I'm gonna pay.
Well, let's
this
talk
house
about
off
after this. Cause I don't want to talk about it in pod.
All right. Yeah, you're right about that.
But no, I used to work at that place too, so I can tell. I tell you, when it comes to like getting cars that people don't pay their notes, they were got. I remember going out with them and picking up cars. We be in and out, gone.
Niggas going out here stealing cars. That's what he's saying.
No, it's not stealing. It was repossessing cars.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he was legally hot wiring people's shit and sliding up out of there. I know. God damn it. I know. Shit. God damn. Can I have fun for 2 seconds? Fuck y'all. Shit.
It gotta make sense, Dad. It gotta connect, brother.
Yeah, we had the extra key. We didn't give a fuck. We just
Yeah.
and we gone.
No, fuck it.
Y'all probably work at night more than anything, though.
Yeah. And they get to drive any kind of car, every kind of car. Cause we get the cars from the auction, take them to the dealer. So you basically drive a car and know if you want that kind of car before you buy it.
Yeah. True.
So what kind of cars do y'all usually deal with? Not the repo thing, but as far as like selling them, or if you
they get all types of cars. And sometimes they'll look for a particular car for you if you're on good terms and whatnot. You know the right person. They'll headhunt a vehicle for you out there and see if they can find it, and then work out a deal to sell it to you.
But if you're going through him, you don't got to do the whole financing thing. Then you can just.
No, you still got to finance.
Oh,
unless you have the cash up front. I mean, if you already have the cash up front, depending on what it costs, then yeah, you won't have to worry about all that because you just pay it all off and call it a day. Especially if you get you a good deal on that bad boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You know why I'm inquiring?
That boy that has so many cars filled, I don't know.
Yeah,
Cars to me.
Definitely need
point A to point B.
That's the difference with Zone.
Yeah, I've never like cars are cool, like they're cool and all. Like my family's always loved Cadillacs and Buicks, but to me, it's like a vehicle's a vehicle. Like they're nice, but I'm not like I'm getting a Cadillac. I like the car. I've never been super excited for the models of the cars. As long as it's a good working vehicle and it runs, and I don't have to do too much crazy shit to it, I'm happy.
With it. Yeah, let me know what the price for a VTEC is. I'm with it.
I had a Cadillac that flipped colors that I gave my mama to use. My brother and them tore that car up. I put a new engine and trans in it.
I know they cheap, Taj. That's the point.
What's cheap?
VTEC. Give me a VTEC. I'll build that shit myself. Yeah, I'll build that.
I see that too much out here. I live in a height, so.
Well, yeah, it's different. Out here, everybody got fucking Supras and shit. I'm not gonna get a Supra unless you could find a Supras. No, I'm talking about the old school Supras at that too.
Even
so
still,
they finding them.
Still expensive.
They're finding them. Not over here. They're finding them bitches at fucking what's the names for way under the market. Like they find them as either repoed or fucking just salvage titles and shit like that. People finding shit in junkyards and then rebuilding and shit. All of that. It's a multitude of ones that's even some still in decent running condition. Just cosmetically, it's fucked. Do you want it? Or it's a parts car. It was starting off as a parts car. They have a particular engine that they were gonna throw into it. They'll give you the car with the engine if you pay 17, 21, shit like that. There's people that's actually like, yo, fuck it. There's legit car meets. Motherfuckers is like, all right, oh, you know such and such? I know some people.
I had that RTS Charger. I didn't even like that fucker. I bought it brand new off the showroom floor.
You said RT? What you say?
The RTS?
Yeah.
The little small one. The smaller Charger. The 4-door jump off.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I bought it brand new off the showroom floor. I didn't like that motherfucker.
Man.
I ended up selling it to one of my friends that own a dealership.
I get it. My pops had bought a Charger, and it was supposed to have been my car for graduation. Nigga sold that shit immediately. Got an Elantra, but I drove that bitch to prom. Yeah, nah, for sure. I drove that shit to prom though, and it was dope.
The Charger was alright. It's just they ain't all that.
They're not.
They got too many blind spots.
Yeah, you ain't never lied.
It's a good straightaway car.
I had a hybrid. I had a Hyundai Sonata. It was a hybrid battery car, but my ex-wife ran it into the wall. But insurance company never figured it out. Yeah, she ran it into the wall. Called herself being mad. That's what women do when they get upset.
She tried to kill herself?
He sound normal. No, that's not.
Destroy the car.
He said that's what they do when they get upset.
But she ran it into the wall though. Yeah. But like, was her still in it?
Yeah, she just hit the wall. Like she wasn't going fast or nothing. Just kept hitting the wall where it put a dent on the car. Smash it up. I was like, okay, all right, cool. I went out and bought me another car. I ain't care.
Oh, yeah.
Insurance paid for that one, paid it off. I went and bought me another one. I ain't care.
See,
I had a Genesis that I paid $65,000 for, but after a while it caught on fire. The lights they had a recall on the lights, and the lights caught it on fire. I had a black Genesis.
Genesis cool?
Yeah, no, the Genesis car.
Yeah, the Hyundai Genesis cool.
No, not Hyundai Genesis.
Oh, okay, the photo.
Genesis.
Hyundai Genesis.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I done had a lot of luxury cars.
Yeah.
Man, so that shit.
You definitely have. I remember he had this one car, this Cadillac. He got in an accident with. And I think after he got in that accident is when you repainted the car that green color.
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah,
wasn't
I
it?
had TV. Yeah, I had TVs
And that car looked nice. It was like a 3-tone color the way it was. It was real nice. But before that,
it was a pea color green.
That car was
With gold flakes in it. I had I had 6 TVs in it. I had a TV in the mirror. The rear view mirror had a TV in it. I had Vogues on it. The whole trunk was covered, a box made, custom made with the whole trunk number 12s in it. I had
full of distraction.
12 12s in it.
Listening to his vehicle.
I had 4 amps in it.
Can you determine what he did for a living then?
In my ride.
Then I had a Buick Park Avenue that he totaled out. I had sitting on 22s with 512s in the trunk. It was a badass car.
Yep.
Badass car.
Sure was.
It was maroon. It was maroon on maroon.
That was a nice.
Then I had my pearl white Cadillac sitting on 22s.
Damn.
Yeah, he's always
All
had
my cars were
Cadillacs typically. Cadillac man.
Hey, I get it.
Then I bought this old school car. It was a Pontiac with T-tops, 2-door, 85, right? I got it painted from this shop and put some rims on it and threw some sounds in it and sold it to this guy for $35,000.
Damn.
So you flip cars.
Yeah.
You just flipping.
But that motherfucker was nice. It had the T-tops on it, everything. It was nice. Shit, I got it painted for like.
We'll go with car flipper.
Yeah, she charged me like $1,500 to paint it, and then I got some rims from this cat that I knew. I threw them on there. Boom. My other Buick, my brown Buick, I had rims on that too. I had some 22s on that too.
Or 19.
My Mercedes. No, those 22s on that Mercedes. Yeah.
Someone's an asshole. No, those are 19.
My Buick Cadillac my mama had, it flipped colors. Phil had an accident in my car, and he was gonna try to get it painted so I wouldn't know that he had an accident.
I was giving you your chance there to get him back for the top flight security. You didn't take it.
Nah. I was leaving it, son. I know. I'm gonna leave it though. Let it slide. Yeah, let it slide. Yeah, just leave it. Leave it be. Damn,
All right.
son, I don't want to go. Yo, listen, I need y'all niggas to start making sure, yo, like, I need y'all to follow me on this Twitch shit, cause like, real talk, this 9 to 5 shit is whack, bro. This shit is whack. I need your help, son. I need your help.
That being said,
Phil had a Cadillac. He had a white Cadillac I gave him. He had a brown Buick I bought him. No, blue Buick I bought him.
Oldsmobile.
He had a lot of cars.
That was an Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
That was
Oldsmobile
Oldsmobile.
was nice.
Oldsmobile.
He had a lot of cars.
I don't remember having that white Cadillac. I remember I had the white Cadillac, and the next you know, you're like, here's this blue Oldsmobile. Like, whoa, where'd the Cadillac go?
I got rid of it and bought you that one. I was like, fucking that car was too.
He was like, yo, I got your Cadillac. We did one test drive with it. Next you know, I had an Oldsmobile.
Yeah, I got rid of the Cadillac. I was like, fuck it.
That's too much for you, dog. That's too much car for you. It's too much car for you, young man. Let me show you. Show you how to get. You gotta get right with this Oldsmobile real quick.
Yeah, I got my somebody Oldsmobile. It was nice. It was a on the car.
Yeah, I think it was I think that car went out because the fan or a chip or something like that went out, and they stopped making them. And to get that particular part to keep the vehicle going,
from the manufacturer.
you had to you couldn't even do that. You had to find it like from a junkyard and hope that was still going to be intact. And when they did find it, it was going to cost way too much to do the repair. So we just let the car go because it was going to cost too much. There was nothing we can do about it. It was an unforeseen issue with the vehicle that They took them for I don't remember how long it was taking them trying to figure out the issue, but it was like 2 or 3 weeks. They were still having issues, and when they finally found it, they were like, "Yeah, it's gonna cost too much to get this fixed." And we're like, "All right, just we pretty much scrapped at that point because there was no point."
My buddy's home used to be a trip because he used to come home and tell me there was something wrong with his car, and I drive it around the block, but it wasn't nothing wrong with his car. It was on E. And see, after the second time he did it to me, I realized that the car was on E because I was putting gas in the car. Yeah, he was trying to be a slick one.
I don't remember that.
It was on.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
There's something wrong with the car, man. Nigga get in the car. Hey, you drove it last. You gotta put gas in it, dog.
You're allergic to putting gas in the
Yeah,
car.
there was something wrong when he heard the noise or something.
He's talking about when I was like in high school, still like junior, senior in high school, and doing sports, not really working. He's supposed to be taking care of all the financial stuff.
That's funny as hell. So, oh my god.
I remember that. I don't remember that.
You said there's something wrong with the car. It ain't got no gas in it. Nah, that's funny as hell.
That's how he used to be.
Like I said, I've never said anything different. Like, yes, I like vehicles, point A to point B, but was I big into cars back then? No. Am I big into cars now? No.
They say I'll drop, but I don't give a fuck about it.
No, now I actually know what I'm looking at when I look at cars. After I worked at the dealership, I started to pick up on stuff, but I still personally certain things I just don't care about when it comes to vehicles. I don't think that part will ever change. I don't think that will ever change. What's that?
As long as he got gas, he could drive. That's all he cared about.
That was all I cared about back then. As long as I had gas, I could drive it. Now that I got older, I care about the gas, the oil, the brakes, the tire.
Anything that'll cost extra money if you don't pay attention to it.
Yep.
Yeah. I learned a lot of hard lessons. Well, my cousin's a mechanic, so
Thank you.
can't say I learned.
But you know what? Nobody said adulting was going to be this fucking difficult, dog. And I, once again, to reiterate, do not subscribe.
Why rob you?
I wish I could have ended my free trial and went just stuck with the old plan. That shit would have worked for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, it's like Apple. You get it when it's convenient, and you realize it's worse than child support. They come to bill you every chance they get.
Yo, my grandma used to say, what was it she used to say? I'm not obligated to do anything in this life but pay bills and die. And paying bills is even still optional.
Taxes are
Yeah.
Even homeless people found a way out of that.
On that note, stream and pod, we are going to bid you guys a farewell for tonight's episode because our boy Eno has to get to work. But don't worry, we will be back Wednesday. Eno doesn't really have anything planned, but our homegirl Reptar is doing a pod. Since normally our boy Eno is not available on Wednesdays. I think he may be available this Wednesday. But if he's not,
keep fucking my schedule.
That's fine because Reptar is going to steal the time that Wednesday. And we're going to have a good time with it.
Is it gonna be 6 or is it gonna be 9? Because she mentioned something about 9 beforehand.
I
Because 9, I'll be able to get back in time for it.
I heard y'all talk about Reptar. Is she pregnant? She been having some twins.
Who?
I heard y'all talking yesterday about Reptar. Is she been have twins or something?
Not her. Not her.
Whole other person.
That's funny as hell. I'm like, wait, what? Yo, that's funny.
No, that was a whole other person.
Yeah, it's somebody different.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a whole other
I
person.
thought it was Reptar. I was saying, she don't look like the fact that had no kids.
But pod, thank you guys for tuning in. Like always, we had some good times, some great times, some laughs. We had a great conversation, and we will catch you guys back on the flip side, Wednesday or Sunday. And if you guys don't already, please go and check our boy Eno Eagle out on Twitch, where you can find him with doing some awesome gameplay, commentary, just talking. And our boy Mr. Wilson here, he's getting back into his little error stage. You see, he's been pulling up lately. He was gone for a minute, MIA, and he's trying to get back to it. So you can find our boy on Twitch as well at Kyrie_gaming.
That's correct.
Correct. All right. You can find him on Twitch, TikTok. I think on Instagram still too. I'm not 100% sure. Ego, he's supposed to be on every platform, but I think he's still making sure that everything's lined up first before he, gives us all those good deets.
It is. It is. But I will say, I do want to. I'm probably gonna start streaming on YouTube as well, and into Facebook too, going forward. Like on different days and shit, I might do different platforms going forward, just so that way I can.
You also got
get it. Yeah, I never created a Kick account, but I'll probably make one of those and figure it out. Yeah, because I can talk my shit and I don't have to worry about you're not supposed to say that. You're gonna get banned.
A lot more stuff on Kick. They got
racist on there. So I can talk my shit.
They got a lot of stuff that they approve more than anywhere else right now. Like I saw some show there. I was like, that's authorized on Kick. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talking about people, mothers, aunties, brothers, sisters, aunties,
people
uncles,
stripping on there, they all type of stuff. Like they show everything on Kick. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what is this? It's a whole nother world there. But
what is
yeah,
it?
that's
Twitch
for another
is
time.
Instagram, and Kick is X, pretty much.
Yeah. So
crazy,
it's been real. You guys have fun. And we will see you guys talk to you guys this coming Wednesday pod. Thanks for listening. Until Wednesday, you guys stay frosty.
Hey, stay frosty.
All right, stream. Thanks for tuning in to the pod. Those who tuned in and joined, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, we did our Mother's Day special where I said Happy Mother's Day to my mom and gave you guys a little bit of respite of what happened. If you guys missed it, please tune back in and rewatch the beginning of the episode so you guys can catch that and watch the whole thing, get those view counts up. We also talked about my book club where I have 4 books getting ready to drop in the course of this month. One today, one on the 12th, and the next 2 are going to be scattered throughout. So again, my pen name for my books is the only time I'm going to tell you guys. My pen name is called Shadow Zone. So if you want to find those particular books, you have to look up Shadow Zone on Amazon or Kindle. That's the only time I'm going to tell you guys.
You told you twice now, motherfuckers.
I'm not really going to be repeating that again, because if my books do take off, I am not going to be doing any type of meet and greets where I'm not doing that. I'm just going to be hidden. The only people who are going to know that I'm the author are you lovely people who tune in to the podcast. And that's pretty much about it.
You'll never know my face.
I'm not going to be doing those greets where like, oh, you can meet the author. I will never do one of those. That's just me. They'll lobby for it. It won't happen.
They'll pay you $100,000 to show up to an event for 2 hours. You're gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I am. And a lot of people think that's crazy that I would say that, but unfortunately, I kind of respect my peace of mind.
I can believe that this nigga truly would deny it though too at the same time.
And it's not like oh, you crazy, you give that money up. Absolutely. Because money does not protect your peace of mind at all times. I can go and get that money, but my peace of mind, everybody's going to know my face. They're going to be trying to look for me. It's more headaches and problems that I want to have. That's the reason why I created a pin name for my stories, so I don't have to worry about people harass me if they start to like them, or want me to do a sequel to a book that I don't plan on doing a sequel to. Because there will be books that I'm going to write that there won't have a sequel. And people are like, you do a sequel to it. Not. And I don't, protect my peace of mind. I'm just saying. But yeah. On that note, we're gonna do the outro so you guys can listen to the good music, and maybe I'll be back a little bit later on with some after party, after hours gameplay of something. What? Who knows? Only time will tell. I did promise some people to play some Apex, so I'll most likely play some Apex, but will I stream it? Only time will tell. Exile, you pulled up, bro. You pulled up right when we're getting ready to end. Before we end, I will give you a shout out. And I will
Exile.
Before I pull out again, I'll tell you, Exile. I talked about my books that I have coming out. I talked about Mother's Day. I did a little tribute to my mom because she passed away just recently. I did that. And talked about the books that are coming out, which you're in my Discord, so you'll be able to see the book stuff. I talked about my pen name, and I mentioned my pen name, and it's the only time I'm going to mention my pen name because I respect my peace of mind, and I don't want people harassing me if they really start to like my stories and hound me. So moving forward, my books will be done in my pen name, and the only people who will probably truly pay attention to the pen name are the ones who tune into my podcast. Everybody else will probably try to speculate and meet me, but I most likely will never do a meet and greet with my books, just because that's just who I am. I'd rather be in the shadows versus in the spotlight when it comes to my writing, hence the pen name. But the books are gonna be good. If you like horror stories and some fantasy books, those are gonna be it. I'm definitely gonna be posting more in the Discord to let you guys know what's going on. But
I think you and Eagles could write an alien book.
That shit, I'm down with.
alien book.
I've been thinking, honestly, I've been thinking about that as well, because I keep on, I know I'm interested in like the system-based books and stuff like that, where, you know, unforeseen characters wind up coming across this ancient system or this rare relic that gives them a system, turns everything into this video game aspect. This nigga went from being the weakest motherfucker to being the strongest. I love those books. I don't know why. I love those shows. So I've been thinking more about along those lines as to what I would do, but honestly, because of who I work with and whatnot, like I've been introduced to other communities as to what type of shit they're into. And with that being the case, I also am about to start finding ways. My pen game, like drawing wise, my drawing is trash. But nah, I'm gonna wind up actually trying to create fursonas for the furry community as well. Go from there, because from what I understand,
what'd you say?
Motherfuckers make
personas for the furry community.
Personas for the furry community.
Yeah, furry community.
Okay.
I said furry community.
Yeah. That's I got.
I mean, there probably is a furry community out there too, but he's doing it for the furries, though. He's doing it for the furries.
I didn't even hear. Yeah. I heard furry. I didn't say furry. The furry community, nah. But
the furry community.
Because I've come up with random ass ideas, nigga. So just alone from what my ideas would be is different from what anybody else's ideas would be, just like everybody's, shit would be anyway. But I'm not, my ideas wouldn't be the hyper feminized, but it's not gonna be that kind of thing. It's good. I'm gonna have masculine personas. Whatever the fuck y'all do with it from that point is what y'all do, but that's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be the male-ish looking with female thighs, and we're not gonna be doing that. That's not gonna happen over here. All right, so and I'm not a part of the community myself. I just fuck with the idea, and I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So I want to come up with some shit. Y'all tell me if y'all think it's dope. Nah, I ain't say I was. I said I am not a part of the community. I am not a part of that community. So I don't know what the regular ins and outs are. I do understand that there's a difference between fursuits and mersuits, and more on that next week if we can get my boy Kai on here.
You know,
But
he popped in on the stage, but he didn't raise his hand.
he popped on stage today.
Yeah, he did. He popped in for like
I didn't even
moments.
see him.
Yeah, he popped in and he hopped on the chat on the stream.
Who you talking about?
Damn it.
He told me to
I didn't even see
hydrate, so I hydrated.
it.
But-
Makes sense. Makes sense. Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna do some shit like that and go from there. You know what I'm saying? The homie to put me on. I'm like, yo, you know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. And fuck around, y'all gonna see me at a Ren fair soon. Y'all catch me at a Ren fair, Renaissance fair.
Hey, I've
Nigga.
been to one of those. Those are actually pretty fun. I ain't
I'ma
gonna
be
hold you.
there.
Those are
Sir,
fun.
You'll be the
Sir
contestant?
Slim. Nah, fun nigga. I'm gonna be out here. Be out here casting magic spells on niggas, turning niggas into toads who like to make jokes. Fucking
Magic
talking
He said, "I'm gonna be out here turning magic
Fucking
spells
warlock.
on people."
warlock type of timing, nigga. Fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do.
So he gonna walk in and like, ready your wands?
You shall not pass. Hell yeah, that's gonna be me, nigga. Black Gandorf. Definitely gonna have the locks on full display too. Don't be surprised. Retwist coming in soon. Alright, I gotta get the fuck about here. It's 9:10. Yo,
Yes.
people, it's been real. It's been fun. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
You gotta get
Back.
the flashlight going, y'all.
All right, stream. I'm gonna tune out,
know
and
it.
then
You
we'll
know
be
it.
back later on with some after-hour pod gameplay at some point. But until then, y'all enjoy this lovely outro we put together.